I'm Christo Spies from SCAS in Stellenbosch. Now, before I joined SCAS almost 3 years ago, I served as a mental conditioning coach for teams and athletes from school level right through to professional athletes. And when you deal with the mental side of sport, you deal with things like pressure, anxiety, fear, focus, uncertainty, and the list goes on. Now, that's what we hear now during this time of the corona pandemic. And I hear people say, just be positive, man. Just get your head right. Same things they try to encourage coaches with or athletes with. The problem is, how do you do that? How can you be positive when there's negative things happening all the time? Now, in this short video series, I want to share with you what I learned from these great coaches and athletes about doing life. How do you do life when life is happening? Now, a defining moment in my life was when I lost my leg at the age of 18. Back then, I had the belief that I'm not too clever and I can't learn. I also had the belief that the only thing I'm good at is sport. Now, lying there next to my motorbike after the accident, looking at my leg lying next to me, the only thought that went through my head was, I'll never play again. Now, after 3 months, I left hospital on crutches and just one leg, and since then I walk around like this. But I still wanted to live and not just survive. I still wanted to play. Nothing has changed inside of me. And I soon realized that the problem wasn't down here with my leg, the missing leg. That the problem was in my head, how I dealt with the missing leg. And I realized very fast that my focus cannot be on the part that's missing. And that my focus need to be on the parts that I still have, and what can I do with it? I need to find a strategy to do something with what I had left. And that became a principle I used whenever I work with teams in the sport world and in the business world. And the principle is that it's not what you lost that counts. It's what you have left and what you do with what you have left. Now, later on, I discovered that there's a term for that. There's a word for that, and that's called hope. And since then, I realized that's all I have to do with teams or people that I work with and try to assist in some other way, is I need to help them to instill hope in their lives. You see, John Maxwell said, hope in the future gives you power in the present. And that's so true. Now, we'll unpack hope and what it means and how to instill hope in the next couple of videos in this short series. But before we do the next video, I want to give you some homework. And just for you to become aware of where your mind runs to when you read the newspapers now, probably online, or when you hear people talk about the virus or what's happening around you, or you see in your life what's happening. Is your mind running to what you lost or what you're busy losing? Or do you learn lessons from that and focus more on what you have left and what you can be grateful for? And are you strategizing what to do with what you have left? Now, we'll unpack that a bit in the next video. So go out there and instill hope in your life and make it a great day. I hope to see you soon.